Reseller Clickbait Podcast, episode 46.
Welcome back to the show, the Reseller Clickbait Podcast with Jimmy Old School Flips and Ken SSKPromo Vintage Old School Thrifter Picker Flipper. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, Jimmy? Man, I'm excited.
I am too. I'm hyped for this new
It's
announcement.
It's a new day. A new day is dawning for the Reseller Clickbait Podcast.
We took some advice. We did.
Well, actually, we took some ridicule, Jimmy.
Ridicule,
I think
right. And we'll get into that later.
Advice, maybe ridicule is a synonym for advice, but
what we did is we took that ridicule and we flushed it down the toilet, though, and you're gonna find out what I'm talking about.
We did. We did. But last week on the Trash to Cash podcast, we kind of got called out about how our show is, maybe a bit stale. Maybe that, why haven't we improved over, the last, say, 45 episodes or so? And it was suggested that
it was ridicule suggested.
Yes, it was by I don't want to say which member, but he's normally in the top left corner of the screen.
He's the one that talks the most.
And his name rhymes with Dave.
He's the one his feet aren't actually touching the ground. He's sitting in a chair and his feet are
dangling.
Yeah, that guy. That's the guy.
But we did take that to heart, and we thought, hey, let's talk about this. Maybe some new blood, maybe a new co-host on the show would be beneficial. Get
like a
different
permanent one. Like this is going to be permanent, or is it?
Yes. It may be. It may not be. It depends on how they work out.
Some real star power here, though. I mean,
so
this is some serious star power.
This is a well-respected member of the YouTube, the reseller community, and
a recent star at that. Like just recently came to fame.
Yes. And so I think rather than hold people up, they're waiting back in the green room here. We are going to bring them on right now. A man of few words, but great impact. Welcome to the show, Stock Footage Kevin.
What is up? Oh, you're not going to answer
What's up, Kevin?
You're not going to answer me.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get some, fun and laughter with Kevin here. Thanks for joining us there, Stock Footage Kevin.
And it's so that's my whole point, like recent star, because he just recently became a thing, Stock Footage Kevin, on that Trash to Cash podcast, and everybody absolutely loved
and
Stock
we thought
Footage Kevin. So we're like, hey, why not have the star of that podcast over here?
Who better to get for our show as the third member?
Yeah.
Than SFK. I like to call him
the biggest star ever to be on that podcast. Bigger than the hosts that are on there, bigger than any of their guests. Stock Footage Kevin, thank you again for coming on, is the biggest star ever to be on that podcast. So
yes, agree.
We are very appreciative.
We're humbled.
We will take any coattail climbing onto that we can get out of it.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So
I don't know that he's gonna have a lot to say. So we just got to go into what we're going to talk about. And Kevin, again, feel free to comment if you have anything to say.
Interject anytime you want. So anyway, what's exciting in your life, Jimmy? What's going on?
Well, we'll talk about that later, but we need to talk about a funny thing that Sonya did, because I was telling you about it, and Sonya did something funny on my whatnot auction. Oh, you decided to go with the hat, Kevin? I agree. The hat does work. It's better than. I don't know. You have nice hair though, so I don't know. What do you think, Ken?
What's up with that hat, Kevin? I mean, that fills it. You have a video on your own channel of how to clean a hat like that. Maybe Chernock can give you a couple of tips. Maybe throw that thing in the dishwasher. I think you should throw that in the dishwasher in one of those plastic hat, whatever they're called,
like
the hat form.
Angels way back in the day. Like that's
like Carlton Fisk must have been on the team when he got that hat, and he hasn't washed it since that day. What?
Yeah. So but I don't know. Some people think he has nice hair, so the hat, you could take it off if you want to. I'm sure Stock stock video, Kevin will take the hat off.
Stock footage, Kevin. SFK. I like to call him.
Sorry. Don't forget to put the glasses. Then the earbuds. Yep. Don't forget those too. Yeah.
Perfect.
Because at this point he hasn't even heard us because he hasn't had the earbuds in. No, but so true. Sonya, I was doing a whatnot, and so we were talking about the Simpsons because I sold some Simpsons.
Yes.
Figures.
Man, you were killing it with the
those did really
photos
good.
or photos. Simpsons figures.
I took some advice from Dave and Kevin from their recent podcast to run action figures in lots. Don't run them individually. And so that's what I did. I made lots of some of these figures that I had laying around. And so it's only important for the story because we were talking about the Simpsons and I was doing the Simpsons figures. I went way off. I was going to go way off track with that. So Sonia's helping me, right?
Yes.
And I don't know why, because we have some ESPN. We've been married for 23 years or whatever. So I know what she was thinking already.
Yes.
Because she stops in the middle of me selling these Simpsons figures and she says, "Fun fact about the Simpsons." And I'm like, okay, where's she going with this? And she goes, the owner or the people that created the Simpsons are buying, and that's how far she got. I was like, no, you're wrong cartoon, you're wrong. And she got a little upset with me but I was like, what, you want me to just let you keep going, saying that the Simpsons are buying a restaurant in Colorado and refurbishing it and reopening it when it's not true?
She was so confident.
She was. It was sad because she was excited to tell this fun fact that wasn't true. So it was a fun false
fact.
But it wouldn't be fact. It would be a false or a fun lie.
a fun falsehood.
A fun.
How about that? Yeah. But I was watching that show. Actually, I bought these. I don't know if you can see these Spider-Man figures back here.
Yeah.
I bought them figures at your whatnot auction.
I told you.
But yeah, it was Sonia's. Hey, fun fact, and she starts to spew this lie, this web of lies about how, because it was actually the South Park guys, Trey and Matt.
Yeah.
From that to create South Park.
Correct. And if you've ever watched South Park, and maybe you haven't, so that's why I'll break it down a little bit. In the show South Park, there's a restaurant called Casa Bonita.
Yes.
And that really exists. It's in South Denver.
Okay.
And that restaurant, this is what it's known for. The worst Mexican food you've ever had. It's a Mexican buffet. I've never been there, but everybody I know that's been there said it's the worst food you've ever had.
Yeah, Mexican buffet is not buffet style food is not built for Mexico.
This is how they describe it. If you've ever had an old Mexican food TV dinner, that's what their food tastes like.
Okay.
And I believe it. And then they say that it smelled like chlorine in there really bad because there was an indoor pool and all kinds of
Wait, your Mexican restaurant has a swimming pool?
It's like Chuck E. Cheese gone wrong, is what it's like. So and then there's cliff divers. There's a cliff and they're cliff diving into the pool. You don't swim in it. It's just there for the cliff divers. And all kinds of people dressed up weird and stuff.
Inside the restaurant?
Inside the restaurant, yeah. So
that's crazy.
South Park decided they had to make fun of this restaurant in their shows, because it was it's like a local, what's it called? I can't
attraction,
attraction that a lot of people that grew up in the Denver area went to as kids and stuff.
Okay.
Well, it closed down during COVID. They shut the doors. And they went, they had to close the doors. They couldn't, and so the guys from South Park, not the Simpsons, because she was going to say the guys that created the Simpsons,
yes,
were the ones that bought it and are well, no, it's the guys from South Park. They bought that. This is true. They bought that restaurant, and they redid the whole place. Nobody really knows what it's going to look like in there.
Okay,
and it's opening back up in May, so. Locally, a lot of people are super excited for that place to reopen and go back.
Yeah.
You with us, Kevin? You still hanging out? I appreciate you again. Yeah. Eventually he'll laugh at that.
Man, can I hear is that your dogs that I hear upstairs?
Well, Sonia's got Poe on the treadmill up there. She's got Poe up there on the treadmill.
Okay,
I mean,
why is
I'm
this?
just gonna go with that transition into this story that we thought we would talk about,
Yeah.
because I mentioned it again. So Poe's up there on the treadmill because Sonya's been fat shaming him, man. Our little
Is
pug.
is she getting on because he's not like the number one dog in America like Bean is, the little Frenchie
Yeah, our
dog that
little
you got?
Frenchie.
Now he has like a complex
Yeah,
now,
he
Poe
walks around
does.
here. She made him a little king's cape, and she got him a little crown and stuff. Yeah. No, but she's been going around saying that she thinks Poe's are so the vet did say he's a little bit overweight.
Okay.
That was when we got Bean. We took them both in, might as well, right?
Yeah.
And maybe 2 pounds overweight. Well, she thinks he's gained
Okay.
more weight since then. And I'm like, no, it's just because you see Bean, who's really at that older puppy stage, and he's really skinny and slender, and because he's growing up faster than he is growing out
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But what I really think it is,
Uh-huh.
she's not fat shaming Poe at all.
Okay.
It's like I think the word is vicariously through Poe.
Uh-huh.
She's using him to get my fat butt to go walk because she wants me to start walking Poe every day
Okay.
so Poe will lose weight.
Okay, so
But
it's a
I
little
think
kind of
there's
reverse
like a hidden
psychology.
agenda there, yeah.
Reverse psychology she's using on you to get you to walk the dog.
Yep. And so it's really she's trying to make me
So
so actually she's fat shaming me is what's going on.
okay, so fun
She's
fun
gonna kill
fact.
me for doing this. She's gonna kill me.
Fun fact. Jimmy's being subliminally fat shamed.
Through my dog. Yeah, it's awful. She's a mean person. No, I'm joking. So, you know. So yeah, you do hear the dogs running around up there. She's playing with them. The puppy just has so much energy. It's just crazy. So
Does she make you run around the living room too when you get upstairs?
no.
Good. Okay. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, get it. She throws like throws a little ball down the hallway, a little action figure. Get it, Jimmy. Get it, Jimmy.
Fun fact: she throws a whatnot. She throws the Simpsons action figure. No.
So yeah, you're back into Whatnot. Okay,
Yeah.
you had sworn off Whatnot. You're like, I'm done.
This
I'm
is
never doing it again.
documented. I think
And now you're like 3 shows into your triumphant return
yeah.
to
And so like
Whatnot.
I'm 2 for 3 out of the return
Okay.
because it is well documented. You could go back to watch some of the old Reseller Information Network lives, and I quit Whatnot. And I was mad and I was done because I had like 3 really bad sales in a row. And I will stick to my guns on this for now. I'm still not going to purposely source for Whatnot until it gets better. Until it proves more to me, I will not go out there and buy stuff for Whatnot to sell it on there because it still hasn't been that good. So I ran 2 sales and they were really good. I mean, for Whatnot. Again, for Whatnot.
Yeah.
I think, what this was a tub of action figures that I had sitting for years that's been building up.
Yes.
And I went through it and I made toy lots and sold them on Whatnot. Then I did a sale of stuff from my inventory that's new in the package and stuff, and I couldn't sell a dang thing. Like I literally, but my idea on that is, and let me know what you think about this because I noticed Dave, he has a lot of success on there, and so does Carrie, and so does Mikey Bags, and so does Sonny. These are guys that I know personally, except for Dave.
Yes.
No, I'm just fine. These are guys that I like personally, except for Dave.
That you like.
So, they all run whatever it is in the estate sale category or the garage sale category. Like, so for instance, Dave just did a bunch of plush, but he could have done that in the plush category.
Yeah.
But he chose to do it in a estate sale or garage sale or something like that. And I think that's because he knows who his audience is.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to retry the last one that I just did. Okay. I did it under other toys because they are all toys.
Yeah.
But I'm going to switch it over to garage.
And the first 2 you had done under action figures, right?
Yes, because and so those were action figure buyers that were in there for sure.
Yes.
Except for Ken. Definitely. I don't even know why he bought action figures from me.
I bought action I bought action figures to support my friend Jimmy.
I appreciate
it. Hey, there's a couple of them that might be,
Yeah, I think there's a couple good ones in there.
I forget what I paid for. I forget what I even paid for the lot.
Yeah, it wasn't over 5.
Yeah, not a whole lot, and then the shipping and yeah, there's a couple that are gonna definitely make the money back.
100% honest on that sale. This is my tub because I have a problem. When I go to yard sales, I buy action figures. If I see action figures, I buy them. If I see action figures in a grab bag at the thrift, I buy them.
Are you gonna go through those tubs and see if you have the accessories that I need? Like a cape, I need a Captain America shield,
right?
A couple like web shooters, for
I'll
Spider-Man.
see what I can find.
Okay.
But I can tell you right now, there's
Appreciate
no
that.
accessories in there. But so like over the last, I would say, year, I just never have found time to list action figures. So the action figures have gone from my death pile into that tub just to get them out of the way because they're taking up too much space and they're all over the place. So I just started putting them in that tub. When I would buy action figures instead of the death pile, put them in that tub, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
And I'm not lying when I say I didn't comp any of that stuff. Like, I don't know what any of that stuff that I lotted up was worth because I didn't price it. I never got to it. And that could kind of be the segue into why I'm doing that.
Yes.
And why
are you back on Whatnot hawking your wares?
Because I'm moving. I'm having to move out of this house.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Shock.
I may or may not have known it. Kevin, did you know? Did you know?
Yeah. Kevin, did you know? Don't laugh about it, dude. Come on. Hopefully that's timed perfectly. We don't know. Eventually he'll laugh about it.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm not too much into it. So the first thing I say, we'll be fine. Like, eBay has been great to me. We're gonna be fine. Yeah. But we rent. We went through some things years ago. That's why we rent. And the owners of the house are selling it. Yes. We got to notice that they're selling the house, so we have to be out literally by the end of May. Last day of May, we have to be out of this house.
Yes.
So we are moving, and so I'm trying to get rid of some inventory. And I want to say real quick, as of right now, because I don't have to be out till the end of the May, I am currently running a big sale on my eBay store. I'm going to link it down below. Right now, just about everything in my store is 30% off, which is a pretty good sale. And it's moving. I packed 31 things earlier today for basically just Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I shipped Friday night.
Okay.
So basically just Saturday. And then I'm going to ship another 8 things after we're done here. So the stuff is moving on that sale. So go check it out if you want to help support me or whatever. Or if you just see something that you really want that's priced well on there, go check it out. And eventually, as I get close to moving, some of the inventory will go to 50% off. Not all of it. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I'm taking some of the better stuff with me, like the really, really high dollar stuff is coming with me.
Definitely.
But you can find a good $50 item on there that's now $25. That will be on there.
Yeah, that's cool.
As we get closer to the end of May. So, anyways,
and we were talking the other day. I like the way that you were going about the process of what you were going to sell on Whatnot compared to what was still listed, where you were doing started your 30% off sale.
Yep.
And everything that was below like a certain dollar amount.
Right. So yeah,
you were going to run that on Whatnot.
Yeah.
To help clear it out quick.
This is stuff that's worth over like close to $15, $17 each item. But what I did is I ran the 30% off and then I pulled all the stuff that went below $10 because of that sale.
Yeah.
To start. And so it's decent value stuff, $12 to $15 value stuff. I don't even want to wait for it to sell on eBay. And if it doesn't sell on Whatnot, it's going to my yard sale that I'm having 2 yard sales before I move. So it's all just trying to move some, because I don't want to move all of this. I had
definitely
1,400 listings when we found out that we had to move. So
yeah, that's tough. So that's I don't know, a big life change.
It's going to be a really big life change because we are looking. You know this already. You already.
What? Where are you moving, Jimmy?
We are currently looking for a house in Ohio around Ken.
What? Yeah, near me?
In the area. We can't be too close. Like that would.
Yeah. We don't. Yes.
I think Ken agrees because we were looking at a house in his neighborhood area, and he's like, no.
No,
No,
you
no,
don't want to move.
you
You
don't
don't want to
wanna live
move to
there.
the perfect house for your family situation, Jimmy.
He's like, I don't want Jimmy. I mean, you don't want to live there.
Yeah.
He slipped up a little bit.
No,
No, but
I th-
when
I
we
think
went
it'll
out.
be cool.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, I'm
Jimmy's just
talking.
moving. He's moving to my area to source. He wants to
Teach this guy how to.
pick my honey hole. He wants to
That
pick up
didn't
all
sound
this
right.
cool
That just
stuff
didn't sound right. I'm
that's
gonna
in.
pick your honey hole.
He wants to pick my honey hole.
Let's be careful, Kevin. Just ease up, Kevin. You didn't hear that. Yeah, go take the earbuds out, bud.
It's he wants to get into my. He sees the stuff
Don't,
that I source.
if you would have said he wants to get into my honey hole, I'm
Yeah,
done.
that was
The show's
perhaps the not the best choice of words or the way to term that to phrase that, I guess you will. But
or was it?
yeah, so it might be. We got
Commonwealth Hudson back there just winked at me. What's going on?
Hey, at least Fleet Frank didn't wink at you. Because he has a final destination
add
that
that
he
function to that eye where he can wink. That'd be great. If Fleet Frank starts winking at you, he's gonna pick at your honey hole. Sorry. For those of you that don't know who Fleet Frank is, maybe we should introduce Fleet Frank.
He's got Spider-Man hanging on.
That's cool.
Here, this is Fleet Frank right here.
Yeah, you
He
don't
is an
want him
actual
winking at you.
fleet anima, and he's like the port Kevin. Kevin. Okay, stock footage. Kevin has the only other Fleet Frank in existence.
Yeah, that's right.
He has 2 of 2. That
number,
because he's like the poor man's enemy.
Yeah, for sure.
For those of us that couldn't get one before the original sold
poor
out,
man's in more way than one.
Yes, exactly. And when we were at the meetup, the Trash Cash Barbecue Bash,
yeah,
I gave Kevin 2 of 2.
2 of 2.
And that's not to say now I have a whole case of Fleet Enemas out there in the living room. I keep them in the living room, right by my chair, right by my, and so
what were you talking about? I went way off course.
We were talking about you are moving to my neighborhood or somewhere close in the area. So, we're going to have to start, getting some meetups or, when you move to the area, get some people to come help unload boxes or something like that.
Yeah.
Of course, you have 2 strapping young sons that can.
Yes, I do. I have 2 grown men sons that still live with me that will be helping us and coming with us.
I'm great at supervising stuff like that.
Yeah, me too. So we'll have 2 supervisors. Sonya's my muscle, so she'll be unloading. I have a hernia, folks, so I can't do a lot of that stuff. Yeah, when we were out there for the Route 30 highway byway sale last August, right?
Yes.
We really liked it out there. We really thought it was nice. We did some pricing and we're like, the sourcing is good out here. And you can actually afford to live out here.
Yeah.
So, and
I'm here. And of course,
yeah,
just like
Jill's there. That's more, and Jill and Nancy are actually the reason we're moving there. Not so
just like the DOG, everybody wants to be near the DOG. And so that's why. That's exactly why. I'll have to change hats and I'll be my charismatic self as the
you gotta
DOG.
change your hat whenever you dig it out from behind that dryer.
Well, no, this was the one. I got it out. This was my favorite hat right here. I got this one out from
claw things that have like the trigger and it has a hand claw at the end.
Oh, you know what? I have one of those out in the garage. Why didn't I think of that? I had a yardstick.
Yeah, why didn't you just
back there trying to get it underneath the thing, and then I got it out and it was all like dusty from dryer lint, because even though the hose is on back there, it gets all linty and dusty back behind the dryer. So it got a good and then whenever I steam hats like for resale,
there's a video on Commonwealth Picker or Commonwealth Flippers channel about how to steam hats,
steam a hat and how to clean a hat, Chernock,
Yep.
man, he's the hat master.
Well,
Hat
I'll try
camp
to remember to link that
2027.
down below.
It's so yeah. Whenever I steam hats, I always steam fresh my all my hats that I wear on a regular basis, which is not really important to anybody, but
No, thanks for
it's
sharing.
I just
It's
thought I
like
would
sharing
bring.
your fart pillow. I appreciate you. There is some exciting news about us moving out there, other than the fact that we're
Okay,
moving out there.
what
You
is
know
it?
what it means for the business.
What?
Sonya will be going full-time reseller.
Yes,
So the best
finally.
picker in this house is going full, just like you and your girlfriend.
So
Her
wait a
being the
minute.
better picker.
Now not only are you going to be in my neighborhood picking my sales and
You're gonna have to move.
I am. I'm going to move to Denver. Maybe I'll buy your house that you're living in from the landowner.
It'll be for sale. Yeah,
We'll just swap right there. That's perfect.
we can as we're driving by each other, we can do the
Yeah. and the on the
reseller
highway.
wave.
Oh, we were supposed to get something like that, weren't we?
We were.
We're
We
supposed
never
to come up with
yeah.
the reseller wave.
I think it involved one finger.
I think we promise a lot of stuff on this show that we don't deliver.
Yeah,
And maybe our new co-host, Stock Footage Kevin, will be in the background and he'll
if you come up with a wave, just let it fly right there, Kevin. That'd be great. Nothing.
He's got nothing. But no, we're goofing and having fun with the Trash to Cash guys. We love those guys. We got about a month, Jimmy, and we're gonna be in Vegas, Las Vegas at the Trash to Cash Vegas Bash, hooking up with those crazy characters and a bunch of other resellers, other folks that just looking forward to it.
We can transition into something I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Because it has to do with us being out there.
Okay.
I'm going to have to spend $5 in your behalf while we're out there.
Well, it doesn't have to be in Vegas. Yes. Okay.
Oh, I guess since I'm moving to Ohio, it doesn't have to be in Vegas, but that's the first time we'll be sourcing. Well,
it depends. Together. It might be, though. I might not be able to carry it back with me.
Oh,
here's what we're talking about.
Created UPS.
March Madness bracket winner right here. Yep. Of course, the tournament is still going on, but our brackets failed so miserably. Like a lot of people's I did. Man, there's no number one seeds. There's 5 seeds, there's 9 seeds, there's whatever in this final four. Yep. I don't know what they are, but they
nobody really cares, but yeah, they care more that I'm going to have to I lost. And I'm a competitive person, so I'm pretty upset.
We called it the Reseller Clickbait Podcast March Madness Bracket. I don't know what it has.
Come up with that name.
I don't know. When I made the bracket, I just thought, because I thought maybe we would have some more people in it, that wanted to, but we didn't invite anybody else. It's just me and Jimmy. But top prize was
you should have put NJ at the bottom, so it would have been because you did it RCBP. NJ, PB and J.
I love peanut. I'm too lazy to make. I made some peanut butter and jelly the other day. I made a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That's good stuff.
In the air fryer. And yeah, well,
with the peanut butter on it, does it melt up nice and good? Or?
Yeah, it melted. Oh yeah, it was nice and crispy on there. I'll say now I had never made a toasted PB&J sandwich before, not on the stovetop or whatever. And so I should have probably wore a bib because I took the first bite out of it and just peanut butter ran right out of the front, right down my shirt. And so
that's great.
But now I know. Oh man, do you use an air fryer?
We have one. I use it mainly for hash browns.
Oh yeah. Oh, everything.
Yeah.
I love my air fryer. But yeah, toasted cheese, you can do a perfect toasted cheese in the air fryer.
The air fryer was an argument in our house recently because Sonya wants to take everything to Ohio, even if it cost us $10,000 for the biggest truck. and for some reason I picked like we don't have to take this air fryer with us. We can replace it there. Oh boy, that was a mistake. That was we do not.
She
talk
would
about
rather leave Jimmy behind than the air fryer.
For sure. And it's like, but they're not that expensive. And if we have to get a $10,000 truck to take everything, anyways. So that was we were talking about me spending $5. How did we get
Yeah.
there?
So here was the March Madness. The bet was the loser had to sometime when we are together sourcing, whether that was at a meetup like in Vegas coming up, or whether Route 30. Now that you're moving to Ohio, you're going to be around here, but you had to buy the guy a $5 sourced item that then they can resell.
Yep.
And I feel this is going to be great because Jimmy's a great picker. And what I'm gonna have to deal with though is Jimmy going to the sale and finding all this cool stuff and going, okay, I'm gonna keep all of this stuff enlisted, and you can have
so I get to
can have these full house dolls. Yeah, you pick the item for me.
These full house dolls. Did you ever sell those?
No, they're listed, and I did send an offer on it here last week.
So
somebody I did had a watcher on it, so we'll see if we can sell DJ and
I don't remember
what was the other.
I
don't know.
Joey,
DJ,
I think
Uncle Joey.
Uncle
yes,
Joe was the other.
Cut it out. It was.
Don't ever. No.
Anyway, so I'm looking forward to thrifting with Jimmy, maybe in Vegas. Well, if we can,
we don't have transportation.
Yeah, we don't have. We'll probably take whatever, a shuttle or an Uber
We're
from
both
the
flying out. We're going to be Ubering to yard sales. That's going to be.
Can you do that?
No, but it'll.
So hopefully somebody's.
Yeah, go ahead.
There is that new. We just got. I think Grams and Pops Vintage started, and some other people, a Vegas Trash to Cash Vegas meetup Facebook page, like a group on Facebook. That's like a private group
to be in it, folks.
And that's pretty cool. So we'll be able to, so
but they're flying out too. Corey's flying out too, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be all of us with nowhere to go. We'll just be sitting there at the.
We'll be piled in Carrie's car or Sonny's car or Mikey or somebody that lives in the area.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody will let us tag on for some thrifting or get us to the bins. They're talking about a bin trip,
right?
And some other fun stuff. So I'm super. I don't like to travel, but I'm super excited about this. I haven't been anywhere for a while, and it's just going to be cool. Kevin, looking forward to.
Yeah. Kevin will be there. Not this Kevin.
There. Hopefully he's a little more talkative.
Stock footage.
Kevin.
Stock footage, Kevin. The big star won't be there, but Kevin Commonwealth will be there.
Yeah, and then he'll be, an acceptable replacement.
Are you bringing Commonwealth Hudson to confront Commonwealth?
I wish that I could bring all. These days on the airlines, you can't even take. You're lucky you can take your wallet in your front pocket. On an airplane without paying like an extra $75.
Can I ask what this shirt is, sir? They're holding up Fleet Frank. Why do you need to bring this on the airplane, sir?
This is my carry-on item. I run it through the little scanner. It's going. But yeah, I need to bring all the now. However, though, when I go to Cincinnati, I'm driving there.
Oh my!
So I'll be able to take, Old Screen Flips and FJ Mac and.
Is
all
of my for sale? Is he on eBay?
That one is not.
Okay, good.
That one is just like a common one that
is a what?
What?
You turned him into a play on my name. He better be something better than just a.
No, he's not the big high dollar one that I have. He's just like probably one of those ones that's like that you could still buy at Big Lots right now. I don't know. Do you guys have Big Lots out there?
We do.
Big Lots, Odd Lots.
They actually sell the newer screen masks at the thrift. You can buy like this last year. I should have just bought them all when they went on sale. They had all brand new Scream masks at
Yeah,
our
but those ones aren't really
store.
worth anything, are they?
They will be though, and they're worth
Eventually.
next Halloween. I'll sell them. I didn't buy them, so it doesn't
But
matter.
you know what? If you would have bought all those, I'll bet you $1 you'd have been selling them on Whatnot
For
here,
sure. Oh, you
here,
bet me a dollar, huh?
right now, or not
Yeah.
transporting those across the country. But
well, with the new movie coming out, they would have probably done decent. Did the movie come out yet? The new Scream did
one,
come out. It's already out.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think my son went and saw it. Yeah, he did. So it's out.
So yeah,
I'm
we
not
were
like
talking
Dave.
about
I don't go to movies every weekend. So
the March Madness and the bet and all the teams that are that are like all the number one seeds. So our brackets like really stinks. I don't think I could have earned any points in like after the Sweet 16. All of my teams were out of it.
I was doing good up until Alabama got eliminated, and then then I was out of it. But what it did lead to some more ESPN between me and Sonya.
Okay.
Because she found this old picture of me. And this kind of
you used to play college basketball?
I did. I was on the Miami Hurricanes, and that's what.
Okay.
No, this all kind of ties together because I have to source for you because I lost the bracket. And one of the teams I did not pick is the Miami Hurricanes, who are in the Final Four.
Okay.
And in this old picture that Sonya found of me that I'm going to share right now, I'm wearing the sweetest Miami Hurricanes script hat from the 90s. Look at that.
Look at this.
I'm looking stealth in this picture for starters.
Vintage Jimmy.
This is early 20s, maybe even before I was 20, but I'm wearing a vintage script Miami Hurricanes hat. And I had to share that with Ken because I was like, man, the Hurricanes just made it to the Final Four. Sonya just gave me this picture today. She's like, remember this? Because she's starting to pack some stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, holy smokes. I'm like, look at that. I didn't even say, look at how skinny I am or how no gray hair I have. The only thing I said, look at that hat, man. I wish I still had that.
This is truly old school clips right there.
Yeah.
With that hat looked as though it could have used some attention. There's a video on.
Back then, you used to, roll the bill, but no one really wore flat bill back then.
Yeah, so I hate a flat bill. Well, I don't usually wear a ball hat.
Whoa, buddy!
Back up. I don't usually wear a ball hat, and when I do, I think I would never wear a flat bill. I don't. So
you go like with what Kevin's been rocking back and forth tonight.
Yeah. The
would it be as stained and dirty and would like it be
probably so.
Like I think that hat that he's been wearing used to be red, and it's now like
now it's kind of like
and the white where the angel is now a poop brown. Yeah. What else were we supposed to talk about? I don't even remember.
Well, just what? Okay. Wait, hold on, Jimmy. Here's what.
We're old people and we have to have topics, or we'll fall asleep staring at the camera. You'll hear snoring, lots of dad noises from me and stuff like that.
Here's what I was.
We
were talking about
Kevin. Take over. We can't have dead air.
because you know what? That'll all get cut out of the audio part. If you listen, if you only listen to this podcast on
what just happened.
They probably don't even know what happened anyway. We do have a third co-host down on the screen. If you go over to YouTube.
Well, I mean, I guess they could figure it out by his name being, what's his name?
Stock Footage Kevin.
Stock Footage Kevin. That's why you haven't heard a peep out of him.
Yes. It's so if you're listening like on Spotify or Google Podcasts, iTunes, any of those
go over to the YouTube
place, if you're asking your Echo device to play the Reseller Clickbait podcast and it doesn't come up with banjo music at that point, you can but yeah, when I do the audio portion of this and I take out the silence, that'll just be like this segue and they won't know that we were just.
You prefer you to just take me out of it and then it would just be you like you're talking to no one.
Just meet. because that was
Mind blown.
suggested that we get rid of two hosts and just have one
Yeah,
host on the show.
Again, we haven't dove too much into that, but yeah, they suggested we get a new host.
Wait, okay,
Maybe they just want, like, they even suggested that they just take over the podcast. Those three guys just take over the podcast.
They just do 2 of them a
Yeah,
week, the Reseller Clickback podcast and the Trash to Cash podcast.
Yep.
And so, hey, they're welcome to do that. No, here's what I want to know. Okay, back to what we were talking about. The meetup in Vegas or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all about this year. One of my goals is to go to the meetups, whatever I can go to.
Yep.
And we kind of talked about some things, maybe not going to Boss Reseller, maybe not going to FlipCon, although those are not off the table completely because of the reseller rally that's coming up. That kind of got right in the middle of those things. But I'm trying to figure out how this Peaches to Beaches down in Georgia was not even on my radar. It's like this week I'm starting to see all these videos and I'm seeing Paul Philly Flipper with Matt, part-time pick with Kayla. I'm seeing Adam, Baldy Pow, and Flippy, and I'm seeing Chris Cajun are at all the all these people are down there. Not that it was like a meetup or anything
Matt
like
came
that.
all the way from California for that, huh?
I know.
How did I not? Didn't even know it was a thing at all.
I remember some videos last year that Paul and Kayla had done from the Peaches to Beaches, and they found tons of stuff. But I really didn't realize. Of course, I'm sure
if we knew
I should have got on Kevin's Garage Sale Nation page. I wish
we knew someone with a Garage Sale Nation webpage, Kevin.
That would going forward, he'll be updating us on all the new the upcoming things and what to go, where to go. So I might have considered that going down to Georgia. That's a pretty good drive.
Oh, it's in Georgia?
Yeah, it's like from Peaches to Beaches. I think it's
to Florida.
Something like that. Yeah.
Sense. Florida Georgia line. That's a country band reference. Some people wouldn't call them country, but that's what we're talking about here, folks. No, I didn't even know it was a thing. I saw Paul's thumbnail with Matt in it today.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Matt's down there in Florida. That's cool. I just found out right now that it's because of a yard sale. Is it a long yard sale or is it an event?
Yeah, it's a long yard sale. Yeah. It's all of those things. It's like a Route 30 sale or whatever. It's along like the 127, that sort of thing where it's
Did anybody organize a meetup or are they all just kind of in the same area?
I think they all
like
just
the 127 last year. It was a meetup and the yard sales.
Yeah.
This is just kind of everybody in the same area and getting together.
I think so.
Which is different than a meetup.
Yes, 100%. I don't really know.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
I say, it's scared. It wasn't even on my radar for some reason.
You have a radar, huh? You have a radar?
I do.
You do.
I have
like a big antenna in the backyard. And...
boop, boop, boop. I have sonar, see, and that's the problem.
I have sonar too. She's upstairs right now with the dog.
Hey, fun fact. Fun fact, sonar that lives upstairs can sense out a good yard sale. She would have known had I asked her.
Right.
But yeah, I don't but I wanted to go to beach. However, I didn't go to the Peaches to Beaches, but I did get to go yesterday. I was out and about running errands and I went to my first yard sale, my first sale of the season of the year, because it's still been cold and there's been a few things here and there. And I guess I shouldn't say really my first, because I went to a couple that people were just having like an inside sale or whatever. But this was the first one that where I saw a sign.
I saw the sign
and it opened up my eyes. Okay, wait. Ace of Base. Oh, I like that song. Actually, I was listening to that song earlier today just for that same reason, because I was telling Jill that I was driving around and I said I saw a sign and it opened up my mind. Whatever. Anyway, but there was an estate sale sign. There's not usually many estate sales, and this one wasn't being ran by a company or anybody. It was just a fella who's unfortunately his mother had passed away, and he was here from Montana to kind of take care of all the affairs and sell off everything from the house.
Right.
And I know that, and his whole
we know how
life
estate
story.
sales work, Ken.
Well, I know, but this guy, he just
he's explained just in full detail. Explain to us again how estate sales work.
Well,
for those of you that don't know,
you might have some new resellers that are listening to the channel, Jimmy, and they're like, "Wait, what's this you're talking about? It's not all Goodwill." No, see, there's a thing called an estate sale that
it's where a guy from Montana comes to your house
and sells all your mother's stuff.
Yeah.
But this lady, I don't know. It was a lot of just old lady stuff at this sale. I would have
never guessed.
I did buy
some plates and some Tupperware?
I bought some mothballs. Like I bought mothballs out of the
the smell of those. Awful.
And it was I'm having trouble with my headphones
here.
You
can't hear you. Well, Kevin's got a pair of earbuds you could use.
He could borrow those. Sometimes he has them in, sometimes he doesn't.
Both you and Kevin can't hear me right now.
Exactly. I don't know. I was getting some crackling, and I was.
It's a perfect opportunity for me right here. Oh, we got to get going, man.
What did I do? Oh no, but I bought a few things. It was nice to get to the sale. There wasn't a whole lot. Like say, I bought some albums, and I bought a couple Christmassy sort of items and stuff like that. And but it just felt good to be driving and see a sign and just go something I wasn't expecting to hit. And it's like, man, I just got pumped and I got energized.
It's gonna feel amazing to text you. Look at all this stuff you missed out on.
I know all the sales that Jimmy, or no, that you missed because Jimmy's going to get up earlier than me.
Yep.
He's going to be in my neighborhood, sourcing all my stuff.
Yep.
And
it'll be fun for me.
But good luck with that. Hopefully things work out and for the move.
Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic.
No, I was being sincere. I hope because there's a lot to what you've got going on as far as having to be out in a certain time and not really actually having a place secured yet.
As of right now, we don't have a place secured. We're close on something. Fingers are crossed. Wish us,
So if anybody else that lives in Denver wants to put Jimmy and his family up for a little bit, maybe you got a small corner in the garage. They don't or a stack of stack of cardboard boxes they could tape together,
right,
and live in there for a little bit.
Or if you just want to come by and buy stuff from my store, let me know if you're in the area. I think there's a couple people in the area that listen to the podcast. Come on over, let me know, and I'll let you shop directly on my shelf.
And if not, I'll pitch again, Jimmy. You talked about putting a link.
Pick my honey hole.
I think we have to end on that.
All right. Hey, Kevin.
Anybody in the Denver area that wants to pick Jimmy's honey hole,
just
hit him up on Instagram.
Old school flips on Instagram.
We want to thank Stock Footage Kevin for joining the show.
Kevin, you've been amazing. This week. The star of the show.
Just the insights that the man has are just incredible. I learned a lot.
The fashion
on this show.
I mean, everything about him.
And so we're looking forward to a bright future here on Reseller Clickbait Podcast.